What's up, Michigan? Lorne and Liz back with you for another look at the week that was in Michigan high school sports. This is another spring sports edition of State Champs High School Sports Show.
We've got sports like lacrosse and girls tennis already into the state playoffs, and soon enough, all of them will be either in districts or regional competition. Lauren, we are less than a week away from the month of June. The state finals are right around the corner.
It's all very exciting, and we have some great highlights up ahead. But first, State Champs High School Sports Show is presented by Lawrence Technological University, several world-class undergraduate programs, over 24 NAIA Division II level varsity sports. Recruit yourself. Visit LTUathletics.com.
Let's get started. State Champs Face-Off is your source for Michigan high school lacrosse highlights and news. Face-Off premieres every Wednesday afternoon, and you can watch it on our website, statechampsnetwork.com, or on the State Champs Michigan Facebook and YouTube channel. Let's get to it with this week's highlights.
We start with the ladies. A Friday afternoon matchup as the Brighton Bulldogs went on the road to take on Farmington Hills Mercy. A good tune-up for both teams as the girls' side of the lacrosse state tournament starts up this week. The Marlins compete in Division II in the playoffs. 3 goals, the hat trick from the senior May Corte. Brighton got as far as the D1 state finals last season. Bulldogs got 4-goal efforts from both Gabby Mainhart and Georgia Gill. We move all the way to the remaining moments of the game. Tied at 11, Ella Toth with the game winner. Nice! Brighton wins a thriller over Mercy, 12-11. The boys lacrosse playoffs started last week, and we go to the west side of the state for a Division I matchup. Hudsonville meeting up with Holland West Ottawa. Hudsonville won the regular season matchup 13-11, and they got a pair of goals from Gibson Koch and Gabe Diedelman. Eagles, however, trailing at the half. That's because West Ottawa stepped up. The junior Cole Tolgeski bring in the heat. 6 tallies for Cole. Trent Mulder chipped in a hattie. West Ottawa's moving on. They beat Hudsonville 14-12 the final. Staying on the west side for another Division I matchup, Muskegon Mona Shores taking on Grand Haven. This game played at Reitz Puffer High School. Mona Shores came into the contest 13-3. Sailors led 3-2 at the break. Grand Haven coming in with a 10-4 record, 3 goals from Chase Robinson, and the Bucks only down 8-6 into the fourth. But Mona Shores would outscore Grand Haven 4-zip in the final stanza. Brayton Conrad with a triple shot himself. Mona Shores advances 12-6 over Grand Haven. The DMC Physical Therapy Sports Medicine team have your back. If you're in pain or injured, I strongly encourage you to log on to dmc.org/gamechangers. There, you can get an immediate appointment with a licensed professional.
Looking to improve your sports performance? Check out our exclusive Game Changers series on tips for training, nutrition, recovery, and more. Just visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
All of the female high school sports content we produce here at State Champs is presented under the State Champs Women banner. Whether you go to statechampsw.com or the State Champs YouTube page for the long-form shows and segments, or the State Champs W Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for all of the quick clips, it's great content, so check it out. Swing Away is our show that is dedicated to covering softball. Hosted by Sydney Carriel, Swing Away drops every Thursday. You can check out the updates in the Total Softball Player of the Year race, and you get great highlights just like these.
The defending Division II state champs, Owasso, hosted the Eagles of Linden. Busy night on the field. It was senior night, and Kent State University commit Macy Ireland took the mound, throwing a total of 14 strikeouts on the day. Linden hot out of the gate with an RBI double from Hannah Bollinger to put the Eagles up 1-0 in the first inning. Jumping forward to the fourth, Owasso would fire up the bats, and senior Emily Pumford would score 2 with an RBI double of her own. Owasso would add to their lead in the 6th inning as Alexis Hemker smacks an RBI double, giving Owasso the 9-2 win and the Metro League title. Next, we head to the Catholic League Bishop Division semifinals as Ann Arbor Green Hills took on Farmington Hills Mercy. This one was a battle on the mound. Caitlin Palazzi's last start against Green Hills ended up being a perfect game. This one was just about perfect as well. Palazzi threw a no-hitter while striking out 19 batters. Over to Green Hills pitcher, Catherine O'Donoghue picked up 14 strikeouts. Let's jump to the bottom of the 6th inning. Izzy Chaplet smacks one to right field to get the triple. Gage Lambert up next with the RBI single to give Mercy the win 1-0. Mercy would go on to beat Riverview Gabriel Richard for the Catholic League Bishop Division title. And finally to Detroit Country Day as they took on the #1 ranked in Division I, Allen Park. This one started off strong in the 1st inning. Storm Kentros for Country Day with a 2-run home run, putting the Yellow Jackets up 3-0. Allen Park responds with an explosive 3rd inning. Avery Garden with the 3-run homer, giving her team the lead 4-3. Maddie Ramey, the Michigan commit and Total Softball Player of the Year candidate, now at the plate. She smacked this one over the fence for a solo home run. Next up, Mackenzie Badillo wanted her turn. She drove that one straight over left field for a 2-run shot. Wow. The Jaguars of Allen Park would take this one 9-3.
Do you know the biggest difference between a pickup game and organized high school sports? The answer is obvious, it's officials. School sports is more than just kicking a ball or running fast. They're an extension of a student's education and the classroom. An official can help teach the importance of following the rules, impartiality, and most importantly, fairness.
Captain of the football team, correct? Represents leadership and sportsmanship, right? You guys set the good examples for your fellow teammates, okay? All right, we have a problem with one of your fellow teammates, we'll come and ask you to take care of the problem, okay?
But the need for officials has never been greater. There are some benefits to becoming an official, like staying in shape, staying involved in the sports you played as a young person, networking, and of course, you can earn some pretty good extra money while doing all of that. It's easy to sign up. Just go to mhsaa.com/officials and click register now. Now is a great time for you to get involved in your community and give something back to our kids. There's help wanted. We need you to whistle. For more information, visit our website at mhsaa.com.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. Ever dreamed of learning how to design automobiles or other modes of transportation? Lawrence Technological University is the place to pursue your passion. Lawrence Tech has created a unique transportation design program that allows you to blend your creative design talent along with comprehensive understanding of automotive technology. This unique program offers many unique benefits. 100% of students enrolled in the transportation design program win internships in the industry. Students participate in company-sponsored projects all 4 years. All students are given a personal workspace in dedicated design studios led by industry designers and leaders. And top student designs are displayed at the North American International Auto Show, one of the biggest shows in the world. If you're interested in transportation and industrial design and you want to learn more about the degree programs offered at LTU, do yourself a huge favor and go to the website right now, ltu.edu. Find out how you can steer yourself onto the highway of your incredible future. In partnership with the DMC, the MHSAA, LTU, and the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association, Extra Innings is the baseball show that drops on Fridays. Highlights, coaches, interviews, and more. You can find Extra Innings on StateChampsNetwork.com or State Champs TV YouTube page or the State Champs Michigan Facebook page. Let's get to the highlights. We start in West Michigan, an Ottawa-Kent Conference matchup as Division I's number 14 Hudsonville went on the road to take on number 4 Rockford. Game 1 of a doubleheader. With a win, Rockford clinches a share of the OK Red title. Bottom 5, game scoreless. Luke Johnson coming through with the sac fly. Johnny Rowan Blanton is in to put the Rams up 1-0. We jump to the 6th, game tied at 1. Hudsonville's Dan Ornelas with the single, scoring Jaden Timmer. Eagles up 2-1. Hudsonville sophomore hurler Gibson Sinke was solid on the mound, going all 7 innings, striking out 9. Hudsonville wins it 2-1, but Rockford did win Game 2 of the doubleheader and got the share of the OK Red Crown. Next, we had a KLAA Lakes Valley Conference matchup as Livonia Churchill brought in Walled Lake Northern. We go to the bottom of the third with Churchill leading 1-0. The freshman Tyro, the rip to left center. Caleb Jovanovich hustling around to score from first. That put the Chargers up a pair. The junior Tyler Molesky went the distance for Churchill, striking out 5 Walled Lake Northern hitters. Churchill shuts out the Knights. We head to mid-Michigan now for a Flint Metro League Saginaw Valley League crossover as Flushing took on Davison. Great story in this game. Flushing senior Malachi Edwards, who 9 months ago suffered a football injury that nearly cost his leg, he was able to come back and pitch the opening inning and threw a strikeout. Then in the bottom of the inning, smacking a base hit, greeted by his teammates afterwards. That is awesome. Let's move ahead now all the way to the bottom of the 7th. Game tied at 3. The Coastal Carolina commit Jake Morrison with the single. The junior Braden Jones heading home slides safely head first at the plate. Flushing wins in walk-off fashion. 4-3 the final. Moving back south to Warrior Park in Troy for the Catholic League Baseball Finals. In the Cardinal title game, Dearborn Divine Child meeting Macomb Lutheran North. We start in the bottom of the first. A pair on for John Millen. Sends it the opposite way, and this would be a triple 2-run score. Falcons up 2-0. Divine Child senior pitcher Jack Zhang was bringing it, mowing down the Lutheran North batters. 16 strikeouts in his 7 innings of work. He's still uncommitted. Divine Child shuts out Lutheran North, 4-zip the final to claim the Catholic League Cardinal Division title. We had a rematch of last year's Catholic League Bishop title matchup as number 1 Orchard Lake St. Mary's versus Brother Rice, the 5th time these two have played this season. OLSM on a 55-game winning streak. Kieran Coffey on the bump, and he was coming off a no-hitter against De La Salle. Threw 13 strikeouts in this one, gave up 1 run in his 6 innings of work. And that blemish came in the 3rd. Alex Cheeseman roped a 2-bagger to right. That scored Alfredo Velasquez to tie the game at 1. So we go to the 6th inning. Game still knotted at 1. 2 outs. Bases juiced for the Michigan commit. Jack Crichton playing in his first game in 3.5 weeks. Legged out the infield single. That scores a run. Orchard Lake St. Mary's hangs on to win 2-1 the final. Catholic League Bishop champions once again. Win streak extended to 56 for the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, we are starting the home stretch of the high school boys golf season. And the same goes for the first ever State Champs Michigan High School Boys Golfer of the Year contest. The most exciting time of the competition starts now, and this award would not be possible without Tour Edge Golf. See for yourself why over 150 PGA Tour players have chosen to play Tour Edge, the pound-for-pound leader in golf club innovation and performance. Check out all of it at touredge.com. I'm Lorne Plant. All season long, we've been joined by Michigan Golf Live's executive producer and host Bill Hobson. This has got to be a busy time for you, my friend.
It is. And, you mentioned Tour Edge. As you and I speak over in Benton Harbor, the PGA Tour seniors, the champions, are competing, and you'll see Tour Edge players throughout that field. So it is a busy time. The weather's starting occasionally to turn in our favor. And for pretty much the next 4 weeks, I'll just be on the road shooting TV shows and trying to keep up on what's happening in the world of high school golf. Some good stuff, some really good scores being posted.
let's get to it. No changes in this week's top 10, but next week we are going to be freezing our top 10. So the final changes, if any, will take place next week. The week of June 6th, we'll announce our Final Four, and the 2022 Tour Edge Boys Golfer of the Year will be announced the week of June 13th after the state finals. Big-time golf to be played before that, and last week, not under the greatest of conditions, but the Oakland County Division I Championship took place at Twin Lakes Golf Club in Oakland Township. 3 golfers from the top 10 and some watch list guys were competing in that. And this is what you would really categorize as a big game performance when you're talking about a county championship. And when you look at, and that's part of the criteria, which you could see at our voting page at statechampsnetwork.com. Now, 2 juniors on our list were going at it. And at the end of the day, they were actually sharing medalist honors, which was pretty impressive. You've seen some of the footage there, Bill. Let's start with your thoughts on Ryan O'Rourke from Walled Lake Northern.
Yeah, this young man has got some game. He is long, he's lanky, and he's got some speed that he generates. I'm jealous of the speed that these young guys can generate through the ball. I'm also reminded, Lorne, that as State Champs sends out its video crews, I keep waiting to see highlights of guys just wearing shorts and a golf shirt. Everybody out there is dressed up in multiple layers, and we still haven't really seen that at all yet. So to say that and to realize that they're still competing in less than ideal conditions, and to see O'Rourke go out and shoot a 68, tie for medalist with the other player that we'll talk about here in a moment or two, is pretty impressive. And he's also, with 25 rounds in the season, he's ranked 4th in the state overall. And so one of the questions that I was asked just a few minutes before you and I started chatting together is who do I see as maybe winning this whole thing? And the unknown factor is how well a player turns out his home crowd, his constituency for the voting. So I don't know how that's going for Ryan. I don't know how it's going for Lorenzo Perilli. We'll talk about next. But both of these guys are golfing their ball really, really well. I was very impressed by Ryan's iron play, and his putter, at least in the highlights I saw, was really, really good.
Yeah, it was outstanding. And speaking of the vote, our leading vote getter in this competition, great segue, is the junior from Brother Rice, Lorenzo Pinilli. His fan base has been coming strong. He's got well over 16,000 votes right now, and far and away the leader. But this is a guy who's backing it up. It's funny. He has a freshman brother, Leandro, who has been pushing him. And I know that we've kind of heard from some of the Rice contingent earlier in the year, and they were really hoping they can get Leandro in the race too. But he'll be there at some point because he's not far out of that top 20, I believe. But right now, Lorenzo playing great and had another strong outing.
Yeah, and whenever I get to see highlights of these players, I tend in my mind to transpose them over to a comparative figure on the PGA Tour. So for Ryan O'Rourke, I saw some similarities to Will Zalatoris, who was in the playoff at the PGA Championship. When I look at Lorenzo Pinilli's highlights, a shorter, stockier, strong young player, kind of reminds me a bit of Zach Johnson. There's probably some other more contemporary guys that are in contention more often. But it's a really solid swing, even though he didn't have his best day ever. He somehow went out and scraped around a 68 at the Oakland County match and comes in ranked 6th in the state. And the sign of a fantastic competitor is what you can do on a day when not everything is clicking. For a lot of us amateur golfers, you give us a day when we're not clicking, and that score is going to start with an 8, not a 6. And to see how he is able to kind of make do and overcome, it's pretty darn impressive as you head into the postseason where you don't know what kind of weather you're going to get. You don't know how you're going to be feeling on any given day. And if you have the ability to recover from a wayward shot every now and then, it will serve you very, very well.
Absolutely, and the competition is only going to get steeper as we get into regionals and everything starting just next week. So we encourage you to vote for your favorite candidate. StateChampsNetwork.com is the website. You'll see a banner for the Tour Edge Golfer of the Year contest. Click on that. It'll take you over there and vote for your guy now. Again, next week we'll freeze our top 10. There could be one more change or two that will be happening, but we'll see. For Bill Hobson, I'm Lorne Plant. That's it for this week's update in our State Champs Michigan High School Boys Golfer of the Year race presented by Tour Edge. We'll see you next week. Good luck in regionals.
Lots of sports going on right now, so let's check out more of State Champs Michigan's coverage.
I'm Sydney Carriel to bring you the highlights of the recent boys volleyball state final between Hudsonville and Grand Haven. This game was played at Grand Rapids Christian High School. Boys volleyball is a club sport in Michigan, and over the last couple years, it's starting to gain more popularity across the mitten. Let's pick things up in the opening set. Hudsonville in the near court, the sophomore Diego Hill with the bump to Owen Atkins, and the senior outside hitter smacks it down for the kill. Grand Haven would come right back as the 6'4 senior Caden Hotstetter sends it down the line for the winner. But the Eagles prevailed in the opening set as Jackson Palmetier gets it to go with the spike. Hudsonville would take set 1 25-22. Grand Haven comes right back in the second. Caden Smeka with the feed to Brendan Buntley, and the sophomore blasts it home. Later it would be Smeka once again delivering the goods, this time to Cole Lockman as Grand Haven takes set 2 25-18. Back comes Hudsonville early in the third as Palmetier knows what to do with it. Set was tied at 7. And we go later in the set. Check out this long rally by both teams. Then it would be the senior Carson Bell getting it done for the kill as Hudsonville now leads 2-1. The Bucks were not going down without a fight. In the fourth set, Smeka with the quick dish to Tucker Coy, who gets it to go for the spike. Later in the set, Hudsonville going up for the spike attempt, but Buntley is there with a rejection. Grand Haven takes the fourth. So it's going to go to a fifth set, a tiebreaker. It went back and forth in the final. It's Palmetier with another kill, Hudsonville up 11-10. Then here it is, the championship point. Carson Bell would serve up the ace as Hudsonville would go on to become your 2022 boys volleyball state champions.
I mean, it's just insane. I can't even fathom anything right now. I'm so in shock. It's just our team. We work together. It's awesome. It's all a team effort.
I'm just so happy that we did it all together, and I'm glad we did it as a team. So with that being said, the winning the state champs, meaning it to me is, I don't even know how to explain it. It's a lot. It's a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion.
The program's just getting started. We are setting forth a good foot for our school and for boys volleyball in general. The crowd tonight was amazing. They were so into every point and so enthusiastic. I couldn't ask more for the fans and how they were tonight either.
Hey Liz, do you love podcasts?
Oh yeah,
Do you love high school sports?
of course.
Do you love great conversations about high school sports?
Yes.
Well, then you'll love the State Champs Podcast Network. She knows this. And we have companion podcasts for both Face Off and Extra Innings. SCW's Diamond Gems is a recruiting-based softball podcast. Find them on the Spreaker Podcast app or whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search State Champs Network and enjoy.
If you love high school robotics, check out the RoboZone podcast. You can find it simply by Googling RoboZone podcast. And for all of our robotics video content, State Champs RoboZone can be found on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We also have its own YouTube channel. Just search RoboZone Show.
All the State Champs Michigan content is under State Champs Mich, M-I-C-H, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also Check out State Champs W or State Champs RoboZone and follow State Champs Esports because we have some great summer content coming up.
We have two websites, statechampsnetwork.com, and for all of our female sports coverage, statechampsw.com. Our mobile app is available for both iPhone and Android. You can also download it for free on Fire TV and Roku. I'm Elizabeth Coon.
And I'm Lorne Plant. Thanks for watching State Champs High School Sports Show. We've got 2 more shows to go, and we'll see you next week. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself.
State Champs is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner of the MHSAA.
The Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine Pros. Do you have a sports injury or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards. Who will be this year's Athletes of the Year? Find out live Monday, June 6th, only on the State Champs Michigan Network.
U.S. Navy recruiting. Call 313-315-2560 and talk to a local officer to find out how the Navy can take you anywhere from the sea to the stars. Tour Edge Golf, the Boys Golf Player of the Year presented by Tour Edge. See for yourself why over 150 PGA Tour players have chosen to play Tour Edge, the pound-for-pound leader in golf club innovation and performance at touredge.com.
And Oakland School's technical campuses, designed for any student who wants to graduate high school with industry certifications, on-the-job experiences, business connections, and college credits. Check them out at ostconline.com.